roadmap. Let's go. At least that's what this friendly mech is saying right here. MWO Roadmap 2022. Hi friends, I'm of course still TTB. Welcome back to Mechwarrior Online News. Guys, we have the roadmap for 2022 and we'll talk about what's on the roadmap, what's not on the roadmap, and just my personal thoughts for the future of Mechwarrior Online, so stay tuned. I also got my Twitch chat over here, so you will see comments from people that are watching this right now live as we're recording this. And if you of course want to join in on the fun and be there from recording such videos, then go ahead and hit the follow button over on twitch.tv/TheRealTTB. Okay guys, welcome to the MWO 2022 roadmap. This roadmap is a work in progress, will be subject to change and may not contain everything we're currently working on. When something becomes confirmed, it will be added to the roadmap. So the roadmap will only have 100% confirmed and committed stuff on it. Okay? We currently have two types of resources available to us in Piranha Games. There is the MWO Core Team and the MWO Flex Team. Core, Flex, Core, Flex. Currently, we will only be able to provide details on what the MWO Core Team is working on. Over the course of the year, we will have the opportunity to have additional resources working on MWO, but the timing of those resources is largely dependent on the demands of other projects within the studio. We call those resources the MWO Flex Team. When developers are available, we will assess project goals and create a plan to suit those resources. As I write this on February 25th, we have resources available and work is in progress to utilize these resources. However, the deliverables are not listed on the roadmap until we can confirm the project completion. This is why the roadmap is not going to have to remain flexible this year. With that said, we still have a dedicated core MWO team that is hard at work to deliver patches with new content and experiences this year. New content and new experiences. This includes the new quick play maps, continued map updates, new mech variants, more free mechs, mech and weapon balance changes, and family events and sales. Check out the roadmap. Alright, before we go to the roadmap, guys, a couple of thoughts. So, number one, there are two types of resources for Mechwarrior Online, the core team and the flex team. The core team, as far as I understand it, is set up out of 4 people. That would be Matt, Darren, Francois doing the maps, and then Mark, I believe, doing the artwork and the skins. Right? That is the core team for Mechwarrior Online. That's not a lot of people, but I think we've seen from the last year that at least something can get done with this amount of people. And then there is the flex team. Let me just be very blunt here. There is no flex team. The MWO flex team does not exist, as far as I read this. There is... Basically what MWO is going to be getting is shared resources from the rest of PGI, right? When they're not working on other stuff, like for example Lord of the Rings Online, then they will be able to get like smaller stuff done in between. Like people will be working on Lord of the Rings Online, and when they have something done and they don't have anything else to do, that's when these resources will be made available to the MWO core team, and then they will get some development work done on MWO. How much that is entirely dependent on how much free time the other project, the team will have with other projects after these are done. So, me personally, I don't think that we're gonna get much development work done. I hope we get some done at all, but I don't have high hopes, given on how much development went into the game in the past 2 years, which was basically nothing. So I don't expect many resources to be dedicated into MWO's development outside of the MWO core team. By the way, let me say this right now. Matt, Darren, Mark, Francois, thanks for putting in all the hard work. I'm sad that you guys don't get to do all you want to do, because I know if it were up to you guys, you would do more. And thanks to everybody working on MWO for doing what you can. I've been in that position in a company where there's so many cool things that you could do, so many great things that would provide value, but you just couldn't because you just didn't get the resources. I understand it, I feel ya, but know that we appreciate you. Okay, now, I think there was pretty clear what I think of this quote-unquote flex team. As I said, to sum it up, it's gonna be whenever they're not working on anything else, then maybe MWO will get some dev time. Hopefully MWO will get some dev time. We'll have to see. But looking at the past history so far, I am not overly optimistic on that. I, of course, would love to be proven wrong here. Absolutely. I just have to be honest about my feelings, right? All right. Let's move on to the roadmap. Let's talk about the roadmap. Now, the roadmap is... Let's look at the roadmap with the words in thought or words in our minds. It's a work in progress. It's still subject to change, and it may not contain everything they're currently working on. And if you look at the roadmap, I hope it's not containing everything they're currently working on. I think it's not. I think this is just PGI saying this is what we can guarantee is gonna happen, and everything else we cannot guarantee at this point because we are part of EG7 and we have to work on other stuff as well. Which is fine. I just hope they will be keeping up open lines of communication and be very upfront about it. I mean, if they can't dedicate a lot of dev resources to it, at least let us know. So, here is the most positive thing that I'm taking away from this roadmap. Ready? Ready? Here it comes. We'll have Mechwarrior Online for the rest of the year. Because there's clear planning until the end of the year. So, that is a good thing. We have at least 10 more months of MWO. Let's face it, guys. If MWO has been out for a while, when it goes away, there's nothing to substitute. So, that would be very sad. And I think you can't like with all the criticism that we have for some of the decisions that PGI has made. Without them, we wouldn't have the game, right? So I'm happy that we have this game and Mechwarrior 5 as well. By the way, Mechwarrior 5, we don't know if there's another add-on in the works or not, or has been in the works, but that if there was one in the works, it's going to be the last one. If not, then we won't have any more add-ons, so that development on that game will be over. We don't know at this point. We're still waiting for news on that. Now, I'm sorry I keep jumping between topics, guys, but I think that I just need to talk about stuff that just touches on each other, right? So, 2022 roadmap. The roadmap is being divided into patch dates, and then into topics like mechs, maps, gameplay, features, events, and sales. So, for January, what did we get? We got the Bloodline Booster Pack, the Predator Booster Pack was delivered, Bloodline Booster Pack was announced. We had Cauldron Crook and weapon changes, we had free mech events, of course, booster challenges, sales, and bundles of joy. Okay, alright. February, new champion mechs, new trial mechs, Platinum Collection 1 and 2. Really? 1 and 2? Because I only saw Platinum Collection 1. Maybe Platinum Collection 2 is then it's like the Innosphere and the clan side. Forest Colony Classic, adjusted lighting, and more Cauldron Crook and weapon changes. Then the Firestarter as a free mech, Valentine's event, Show the Love sale, and bundles of love. Okay, so this is what we had so far. Everything else is what's going to be planned. So, mech pre-orders, new mech packs. You notice something here? There's nothing there. There's nothing there. So, this is probably one of these cases where there's bound to be something in the pipeline, but they're not committing to it at this point. If they're announcing something, it's going to be announced in March, right? So, that's why this is empty. I hope this is why this is empty and not because there's not going to be any more packs. I don't know how the packs have done sales-wise. PGI hasn't released any information on that. I hope they did well. Because those packs, those booster packs were nice. Some of these booster packs were downright amazing. Like, literally. I'm not even kidding. I had a lot of fun with those. So, I'm hoping we'll see more right here. Then, other mechs. Well, what's in for the rest of the year? In Q3, the announcement of the annual rewards program. And then in November, the annual rewards mechs. And in December, holiday bonus mech. That is it. Everything else, at this point, no commitment. Whether we get the new Platinum Collection, for example, or whether we get any new mechs at all. Especially on the new mechs part, or in the new mechs front, it looks to me like we're not gonna get any this year. If you look at the post before this page, once again, it'll say that they're working on new variants, but no new mechs. So we won't be seeing any new chassis, is what I'm saying, unless they get some resources. That's it on the mechs front. Let's talk about maps. So, looking at this, for the remainder of the year, we are going to get a total of 4 new maps. And these are going to be, as far as I can see that, based on faction play maps. Which is not a stupid idea. I mean, you already have a couple of faction play maps that are interesting. If they take good areas from those maps and then build around them to make them a little bit better even, I have no issues with them being reused and go to quick play. Absolutely not. If you've got some solid stuff already, why not just use it, right? So yeah, nothing bad here. I'm still gonna say I would love to have, for Francois to have the ability to make one new map completely from scratch. I think his last map, Hellbore Springs, is a lot of fun. Dealt effectively with Rotato Potato and has some good spots both for long-range gameplay as well as close-range gameplay and brawling. So as far as Francois' maps are concerned, this definitely was the best so far. So would like to see more of that. Map improvements. New environment probes on maps, whatever that means, and then nothing else. So, spawn points, question mark. Invisible walls, question mark. Performance, question mark. Walking simulator on maps like Polar Highlands, not addressed. All not addressed. So I would like to see more improvements here. More improvements being committed on. I would actually say, if personally, I would not be mad if they just killed one new map and just worked on more map improvements for the existing ones. Because you're going to be playing those existing maps over and over and over again, right? And they're going to still have the same issues as always. Spawn points too far away from each other, maps like Alpine Peaks that are just a complete train wreck. Polar Highlands spawn points being so far that you take 3 minutes to walk. Walking simulator 3 minutes in an assault mech before you even see an enemy mech. Stuff like that just needs to be addressed. And those should be quick and easy fixes, right? Now, moving to the gameplay side. What do we get? Well, we had Cordon Quirk and weapon changes. Nothing committed on for the rest of the year. Other changes, nothing committed on for the rest of the year. No new weapons. No quirks or weapon changes. Nothing to keep the game fresh and interesting. I think something like quirk and weapon changes is something that at least every 3 months needs to happen. Or something gets introduced, something fun. I don't know. For Brawler mechs, SRM range 20% plus. Or some heat skill limit changes. For example, let's say the Marauder 4 HP. You could do some crazy stuff there. Just some rather easy changes that shouldn't take too much time and effort. I would like to see those here 100%. Feature updates. Well, there's the Russian localization and 4-game open beta. I mean, that's a good thing. More people playing Mechwarrior titles is always a good thing. Other than that, there's nothing happening here. But that is it. That's gonna be it for the year, as far as this plan is concerned. All right. And then events and sales. And events and sales is actually the area is the only area that's properly filled. Free mech events. We will have free mech events every month. Which mech it's gonna be, that's to be determined. That is fine. That is fine. And of course, then there will be the holiday bonus mechs. Other events in March, we're gonna have Lucky Charms, Blood Name Booster, and pack challenges. Blood Name Booster pack challenges. April Fools in April. Then in July, we'll have the Beach Party. October, Trick or Treat. Then Veterans Day and Remembrance Day in November. And then, of course, in December, again, Stocking Stuffer, Holiday Bonus, and New Year Experience. On the sales side, Show the Love sale is through. We had that last month. Get Lucky sale is going to be the next one. And of course, you can be pretty sure that there will be a sale every month or every 2 months at least. Bundles, probably the same thing. We've had one every month so far. I think they're going to continue this. So on the sales part of selling us mechs, skins, mech bays, this is covered. And this is fine. It's a free-to-play game. They need to make money somehow, right? If the game is not making money anymore, then EG7 is going to be like, ooh, let's shut this down. It's only costing us money, right? So I have no problems with PGI monetizing the game because that is what they need to do. Doesn't mean that every monetization is great. Some are better than others, but hey, it's a free-to-play game. They need to earn money somehow. Otherwise, this game doesn't finance itself. So that is absolutely fine. My main issue is with the gaping question marks in the whole roadmap. This whole roadmap is in my opinion, again, personal opinion, a big question mark as to if anything is gonna happen and what's gonna happen there, and it's all contingent on whether the core team actually gets any development resources from the rest of the company. It's as simple as that. So, I made a list of stuff as I was going over this yesterday. Had a chat with Phil as well. Phil made a good video about this whole roadmap as well. He's also very disappointed. I'm gonna link the video in the video description as well. So, for me personally, what am I missing here in this whole list? What am I missing in this whole list? And I made a tiny list here. There are no updates for the skill tree. There are no improvements listed for the matchmaker, because match quality has been quite low in my opinion, and it's very easy to get into a slump where you just get bad match after bad match after bad match, and it's all just luck of the draw. So matchmaker improvements is something that I would like to see here, but all of that, guys, all of that takes dev resources, right? I'm not seeing any new mechs. I'm not seeing any cool new skins, although, I mean, the Platinum Collection came out of nowhere as well, so maybe that's gonna continue, at least on the skin department. But as far as new mech variants are concerned, we might see some. As far as like really new mech models are concerned, I don't think we're going to see any this year either. What I'm also missing is we don't have any seasons. I'm a strong advocate of regular tier resets. Put everybody in tier 5 and let everybody play it up again. Do that regularly. Every 3 months or every 6 months. It's going to help the overall match quality, in my opinion. Then, there are no sub queue adjustments. Sub queue is a amalgamation of the words solo and group, meaning that groups and solo players are dropping together in quick play right now. There are no adjustments, and there is also no talk about removing the sub queue, finally. It's been talked about last year, like a little bit, but then like no more words were put on it. In my opinion, sub queue makes for a bad experience. If I play quick play, I want to play against other people going quick play. I don't want to play against 3-man, 4-man comp teams with synchronized PPFLD long-range sniper weapons, because that's exactly what's happening. And it's just not a good game experience. If people want to group up, they should be fighting other groups, not solo players, because of the myriad of advantages that you get from it. You cannot balance for groups and balance for mechs and player skill at the same time. It's just impossible. So I don't have an easy fix for that. I'm just saying there's no adjustments and no words on that right here in this list. I don't see anything about map spawn point adjustments, as I've already said, guys. There are so many spawn points that Francois, in my opinion, still needs to fix. He's done a good job fixing some of them. He needs to do more and put spawn points closer together for most maps. That would be really, really needed. And it's not on this list at all. Instead, we get new maps. And again, I don't mind new maps, but I want to see improvements for the existing stuff first. I keep saying that. I sound like a broken record. I also miss anything about gameplay, about bug fixes. For example, the rotary autocannon's audio bug. If you die, you hear the in the back of your speakers until the next match. Invisible walls, the heat bug, stuff that has been around forever. It's not gonna get fixed. There are also no UI fixes and also no performance improvements. All of that takes dev time, and as we've said, as I've said multiple times, they just cannot guarantee any dev time whatsoever on the game. They're going to try to get some, and you can believe that the core team is going to try to get dev time as much as possible, but it's not up to them. It's about the rest of the company. It's up to them to see do they have any dev time available for MWO. And if EG7 says nope, you guys are working on for example, Lord of the Rings now, then yeah, that's no dev time for MWO. It's as simple as that. So as far as resources are concerned, There's nothing dedicated outside of the core team. It's basically beggar style. If people don't have anything better to do, then there will be work on MWO. So I read this as a, at least for this year, I read this as a continued life support until a potential shutdown. And then we don't know when that shutdown is going to happen. It could happen when PGI finally lets the license run out in, 2025 or so. Or it could happen earlier, depending on whether the game just becomes a money sink for PGI or not. As long as it's earning money, I think there's a good hope for us that the game is going to be around and we'll be able to enjoy it a little bit longer. But yeah, there's not much commitment to further the game outside of what is written here, right? So, what does that mean for TTB? What am I gonna do now? Am I gonna be quitting the game now? Nope. I will stay with this game as long as you guys, the audience, want me to stick with it and you guys want to see it. And I'll try my best to keep you guys entertained with some content and have fun together in the game as much as possible. Because in the end, it's still a game that we can have fun in. With all the issues that it has, it's still fun to play, otherwise we wouldn't be playing it. However, it also means like sticking with Mechwarrior Online for me as a content creator, and this is also still 100% real talk. And sticking with MWO alone as an exclusive title or as a main title is a huge, huge financial risk for a content creator, 100%. So doing this content moving forward, especially doing a lot of MWO content moving forward, more than ever depends on all of you guys, wanting to see it and feel that it's worth contributing to keep it going. Right? That's as real as I can get. I think that's a fair statement, because there is a best before date on Mechwarrior Online. We've all known this. And looking at where the roadmap is leading us, there's a best before date, and I'm not mean about it. I'm just sad that it's gonna end at some point, and then there will be nothing for us to enjoy somewhat competitive big stompy robots in, at least not within the BattleTech universe. That's lose-lose for everybody, right? But on the other side, of course, I am looking at other games to main. Absolutely. One of those games is definitely Escape from Tarkov, which is also another diamond in the rough with a lot of very spiky, very sharp edges that will make you hate your life. I seem to have a type in those games, right? But yeah, for me, any game that I main, it needs to be multiplayer, it needs to be somewhat competitive, and it needs to have rich gameplay and lots of stuff, lots of learning experience, because showcasing what to do in games, showcasing how to be better in games, how to enjoy the games more, that's my thing, right? So yeah, there you have it, guys. Real talk, absolute 100% real talk. My thoughts on the roadmap and my thoughts on Mechwarrior Online moving forward. I'll keep it going as long as I can, as long as you guys enjoy it, and as long as you guys can support me in doing so. That's the truth. Other than that, guys, please don't hate on PGI because of this, especially not on the guys that are working to keep this thing going as long as possible and keep this thing going as well as possible. So keep your comments constructive. I understand if people are frustrated, absolutely, but let's keep it constructive and let's keep it friendly. Let's not stop calling people names or bullshit like that. I do not support that at all. I don't want to see it, and I'm gonna, of course, not going to allow it, at least as far as my channel is concerned. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? I think I have a tweet right here. Oh yeah, so Mechwarrior Online UK was saying love the game and would love to see more real content. Russ, the boss of PGI, went on to respond, there is some really cool stuff staying secret and therefore not in the roadmap. Still making content and updates to this 10-year-old game. Okay, let's take this in two pieces. And let's not jump on the hate Russ bandwagon, because I don't like to be dead horses, and I also don't think that that's productive, so let's not do that. Let's take the first sentence. There's some really cool stuff staying secret and therefore not on the roadmap. What? I mean, this could be a smokescreen. I don't think they need to smokescreen right now because, I mean, the game is on life support, we all know that. So I'm hoping that that is a true statement and that they are doing some stuff that they don't have on the roadmap right now because they don't know exactly if they can commit the resources yet and when they will be able to commit said resources. So that's how I'm reading this. Next sentence says, still making content and updates to this 10-year-old game. It's really hard to take this without knowing what he means by that. Is he trying to just address that Mechwarrior Online UK wants to see more real content, or is it like a little bit of a snide remark, like, well, hey, we're still making content updates to this 10-year-old game. It's 10 years old, you know. We could be doing something else. I don't know if it's to be understood like this, but the only thing I can say here is, yeah, we're still here, us, and we're still spending money on this 10-year-old game, right? It's a two-way street, not a one-way street. So again, it's hard to say exactly how this is to be understood or not. I don't know Russ personally, so let's not speculate on this because it's also pointless. The roadmap's out, guys. We had our discussion about it. I gave you my 100% honest thoughts. As always, you guys know that I don't mince words. I'm German. I don't have to be super polite or anything, although I think I am very polite. But I say things directly. If I like something, I say it. If I don't like something, I'll also say it. Period. That's how it's going, right? So, what are you guys' thoughts on the whole thing? Put it down in the video comments below. You also read some of the comments that your fellow community members have made over on the chat. Let me know what you think. Of course, guys, if this video was helpful to you, share it with your friends. Do have a look at Phil's video as well. He's also got some excellent points. Hit the thumbs up button. As always, helps with the algorithm. And if you want to support me, you can click the join button to become a YouTube channel member. Or you can support me various other ways. Links in the video description below as always. I hope you guys are having a great day. See you in Mechwarrior Online and on the live stream. 6 days out of 7 days in the week. Make sure to drop by and say hi. Lots of people over there just being there, having a fun community and talking about all sorts of games and trying all sorts of games. It's always fun. I'll see you there. Have a good one, guys.